The third generation version of the mid-sized Mercedes Vito van has been revitalised by a mid-term update that's delivered the brand's latest OM654 series 2-litre diesel engine and the option of all-electric power too. There's also a light visual update, improvements to safety kit and some extra equipment. As before, there's a choice of front or rear driven configurations and very class competitive load capacity and payload stats. As a result, Stuttgart's medium-sized LCV contender looks better equipped than ever to take the fight to an increasingly impressive array of mid-sized rivals. Basing any van on an upmarket MPV is always going to help its aesthetics, and so it proves here. The Vito is essentially the commercial vehicle version of Mercedes V-Class luxury MPV. So as with that car, you get slippery aerodynamics and a purposeful look with an arrow-shaped bonnet that flows down into a nose section that was considerably lengthened with the evolution into this W447 series third generation model back in 2015. The only visual change with this facelifted Mark III model launched 5 years on is a front grille updated so subtly that we're still squinting at it, trying to see the differences over what went before. Move to the side, and the profile is of course fundamentally determined by your choice of body length. Anything from the compact L1 model measuring in at just under 4.9 metres to the biggest extra long L3 variant measuring just under 5.4 metres. Most businesses will probably want this mid-length L2 body style. It measures just over 5.1 metres. Time to take a seat inside. The Vito's wide door opening and well-placed step mean that getting in is a simple manoeuvre, and once seated aloft you'll find a cab which is immaculately constructed and typically functional. As for the changes made to this updated Mark III model, well, again, they are uber subtle. This smarter black Kaluma seat fabric looks a bit nicer, and the brand has standardised this 8-way adjustable comfort spec driver's seat. Plus there are now turbine-style air vents and a larger 7-inch centre dash infotainment screen, including Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone mirroring. You get the usual two-person passenger bench, but there are no fold-down tables or pop-out clipboards of the kind that competitors do offer. Still, there's plenty of cabin storage. The instruments that you view through this classy 3-spoke steering wheel are really clear and concise, and build quality, well, that's class-leading. Otherwise, things are exactly as before. A single passenger seat is optional, but otherwise there's the usual two-person bench-style passenger seat, which, as usual with this kind of arrangement, means that the legroom for the central passenger is impeded by this gear lever. The quality feel that we referenced earlier, well, that's exemplified by this smart 3-spoke multifunction steering wheel, which isn't set at such a bus-like angle as you will find in some competitors. Through it you view clear, round, classy dials, which are separated by an information display. Most Vito customers, though, will, for the time being anyway, stick with one of the diesel engines. What else? Well, residuals should be class-leading. Independent experts CAP reckon that after a year and 20,000 miles of use, a typical Vito 114 CDI front-driven manual Progressive Plus like this one would still be worth £18,175. After 2 years and 40,000 miles, the residual figure would be £14,150. After 3 years and 50,000 miles, it'd be £10,975, and after 4 years and 80,000 miles, it'd be £8,375. Compare those figures against a volume brand rival, and you can see why a Vito's whole life costs stack up so well. Insurance groups range between 36E and 41E. There's also an unlimited mileage 3-year warranty with 12 years of anti-perforation cover. Plus, you get the unique Mercedes-Benz Mobilo Van UK package with 24-hour roadside assistance cover for up to 30 years, providing you get your vehicle regularly serviced at one of Mercedes' franchise dealers. With this improved Vito model, Mercedes shows just how serious it is about the mid-sized van segment. the latest OM654 Series 2-litre diesel engine is a useful step forward, as is the option of an all-electric eVito model. And the 1.7-litre diesel we've been trying here positions this Mercedes as a realistically priced alternative to that Volkswagen Transporter or Ford Transit Custom that you might otherwise have been thinking about. Customers for mid-range LCVs will always have cheaper options, of course. Nearly all, though, are lacking this van's most crucial ingredient: star quality.